Oh, yes.
I'm gonna play this with Just Cause. I know there's a tank Solgard. I have not played Solgard yet on this game. Got two Crypt Builders. Crypt Builders are really good with Solgard. We got Pyre of Entropy. I never like that. Firebrand is awesome. And then we have Rising Rage. It's also very strong. Titan's Claw versus Winged Steel. I think it's Winged Steel. So Solgard is incant for Shard 1, and then Shard gives us stuff. I don't remember what Shard does exactly, but whatever. We'll take Winged Steel. I think that's better here. Okay, so Dire Channel is our damage Solgard, where Shard does damage ahead. And Titan Channel is the one where we need 4 shards to become a real unit, and then he's a 60-60. I'm gonna play the 60-60 version. Although, actually, like, the Dire Channel version probably works fine behind a Firebrand. We're up against Entropy, we've got Cherub. How good are we at, like, abusing a 60-60 versus how good are we at abusing a shitload of damage to the front unit? It's only to the front enemy unit. Let's see. Rising Rage overpacking. Are we dancing? We might have some dancing, like, outplays here. I think the Titan Channel Solgard is better on a dancer floor than the Dire Channel, because we can let him, like, wind up in a weird spot and it's fine. But honestly, like, starting the run with Firebrand is so good. This might be like a Banished LOL playthrough, where we just, like, play Banished cards and watch Banished win. The stasis animation looks pretty cool. Well, this is just pretty automatic. We just do this. And we miss Crypt Builder because Winged Steel trolls us. Awesome. I could not have set that up better if I tried. We are out of stasis. This is funny. I'm actually gonna escort him to the top, where he catches these guys. Bunk. So I guess for Titan Channel, shards on him past the 4th really don't matter. So yeah, it's just whatever. I feel like we win this by packing everybody into the top floor and then having him tank, like so. That is true. That is the law. Yeah, that's I think that's well documented. Aha! Behold. Solgard is funny. I feel like it's probably Titan's Gratitude here, if only because it's more like discard hilarity. I think Heroic Dive is also pretty good here. I mean, Heroic Dive does a lot of damage from Solgard. And maybe we just move Solgard, like, up and down the train willy-nilly to solve all of our problems. Okay, Merchant of Steel is definitely pretty strong. Banished units are just made better than Stygian units. Yes, I'm familiar with this Murphy fellow. He like hangs out over my shoulder sometimes at D&D games. Okay. I mean, this is just Goof Troop funny. So dualism surprisingly good on the Firebrand. I mean, I say surprising. I don't know if it is surprising. I think it's just good, like normally. I could large stone the Firebrand. I can definitely get away with that. Gravestone's actually also pretty good on it, because we just started with Valor 16. And he's not liable to slip up and die at any point. Which is funnier. I mean, this definitely saves me money. I'll take the large stone. I think that's better. It's a bigger number, right? Because, like, it's plus 15 damage versus plus 16 damage, right? I don't know. Not sure. We get rid of shield stewards because we have 2 tanks already. Because Solgard is big and beefy. Alright, we have another banished unit. I'll take the Death's Dancer. So I think we can shift a lot. It's gonna be funny. Sure. Market Invasion, go. Okay. This is March of the Supplicants. This is the one that fills our deck with bullshit. That is annoying. I think I'm gonna set up like this. Let's see. I mean, this is... The Firebrand's just gonna hang out bottom car. So that's all fine. There are some cases where I cast 4 spells, but only if I heroic dive. I don't think we really want to do that. I think maybe we do. Maybe we do this. Oh, I can't target him with Just Cause. That is a bummer. Be my sacrifice. Damn it. I'm taking 9. I needed the discards to work differently for me to get him out of his effect immediately. And I won't be able to save the Death's Dancer because I took a risk with it. You rat. This is the thing about playing Solgard, is he has so many 50-50s to lose. He's just got gross stats to compensate for the fact that a lot of what he's doing isn't very good. But, man... This is not going great for me. I need to try and make these lurking miscreants die sooner. I'm actually going to send him up top. It spares me one more, like, bad card draw. Oh, but we kill Elebor immediately. The Elebor that I've been struggling with so long, just 52 armor, just kills him. Alright. Yeah, so... It was not our best play there. But we kind of get it for free. Because banished LOL. We take a tome. Windblade is probably actually pretty good for us here. We've got the beginnings of a Dancer composition. I can either take an extra banished unit to try and hit that or go Merchant of Arms. I think I go extra banished unit because on a Merchant of Magic, we might be able to hit, like, Intrinsic Rising Rage or something. Oh, we got a Divine Dancer, so we've got both of the Dancers immediately. This is not my Intrinsic, but it could help. I think I might want to take Spellchain, Rising Rage. Spellchain, Unnamed Tome is super strong, but it's more of like a late game thing. Let me take the spell chain Rising Rage. Plus 20 power consume. I could put that on a Crypt Builder. I don't think I want to do that. Let me get one of my Just Causes to do a consume state. So our power right now is really like, what do we draw? Rail Spikes. I think Awoken is strongest for us. It helps us spam more bullshit. This Solgard never really goes infinite off of Awoken's Rail Spike. Maybe it's Pyreborn for Avarice. We don't have a multi-striking unit, though. I think Awoken's is the most, like, simple, straightforward power. And it does help us play through our Blights. We have a stupid number of Pyre of Entropy Blights to deal with. Okay, so it's worth noting that Titan Channel Solgard cannot be the target of any, like, shift effects. I think I'm gonna play it like this. Okay, so Archeon goes up top, even though Solgard's not a viable target here. That's kind of interesting. Let's see. I'm willing to toss this immediately. Gets us some rage going. And there's our Rising Rage effect. So I'm gonna get both of these up here dancing with Solgard. And we've got 2 shards left to burn. And our Valor is already at 24, so we're kind of immune to the rest of this combat. I'm gonna just play my Calcified Ember here, and then ditch this. Shard 3. You're still muted, thankfully. Which of these do I want to Wind Blade? Does it matter? I guess it probably doesn't matter. Oh, which of these shifts do I want to trigger more? The attack or the armor? I think I want to trigger the attack more. Yeah, so we'll put the Wind Blade there. And then Just Cause. Okay, Solgard is now active. Forgone Power. Just Cause. Forgone Power. Naturally, Crypt Builder's in my hand, where it seems to belong. This unit still doesn't give a shit. Let's see. We can kind of Spear Steward Rising Rage. Spear Steward. I can't play the other Rising Rage. That's a mistake. Hey, we got the Crypt Builder for once. That's kind of neat. I'll take the damage. The Spear Steward will die for my Iniquity. Iniquity? Whatever it is you say in this circumstance. My foolishness? I'm gonna Dive Rage here. It's a funny play. It's things I don't get to do. We're gonna take a bunch of damage. Honestly, with 5 turns of Rage Gain denied, Archeon just loses this. He has already lost. This super simple unit that does not even have, what's it called? I'm gonna take Eagle Heart because it says advance. Super simple unit that does not even have the mechanic that makes him take half damage. Doesn't even have Titan Skin. Still fine. We'll take a Battle Dancer because we're dancing. I think it's a Hell's Flame so that we can get all our deployments out. We never take Limbo's Solace with Pyre of Entropy, and we don't take Heaven's Light when we can overpack floors with these Rising Rages. I probably need to see some health, some Pyramane's health stuff. Is it ever Merchant of Steel? I mean, I have units that I could possibly upgrade. The Divine Dancer's very good with dualism, for instance. Forgotten Boons is nice. I think I just need to see Pyramanes, and it doesn't matter if my upgrading is a little slow. As long as I'm very healthy, I'll be in a good spot. We can get the double Valor armor effect. That's really good. The number 1 artifact we're looking for is Shift triggers twice. Got an insane number of shift units. Oh, look! We actually just take Discarded Wings with this. It's crazy good. I'm gonna take that and put it on the Divine Dancer, I think. Wait. It's only 10% collapse chance. Okay, I'll take it now. Just wanted to try it once. Okay, what are our upgrades here? Okay, Titan Channel 2 does not leave stasis until it gets 10 stacks. Cold Channel has a revenge mechanic. We are not good at revenge mechanics while we're dancing, so I'm just going to keep playing Titan Channel. Sure, go ahead and be Undying. I want money. One day you will know the joy of winning the Wings RNG. I don't know, it might be a distant day indeed. Alright, I'm gonna put somebody back down here for safety, I think. And then we'll do Solgard and the Battle Dancer, and the Divine Dancer up top gets to fly wherever I want it to. Okay, let's see. I don't want to do this. Because I could fly them to the bottom floor and immediately trigger some shifts. I think I don't care about, like, stacking people on Solgard until I can, like, get his triggers up. So we're gonna start on his triggers, I guess. I want to get the revenges, so the Firebrand needs to stay at the front here. I can't advance him. I think I just play this because it gets me shards, and I need to play, and I need shards. All right, 5 shards in the first turn. That's a good sign, I think. And of course, the Firebrand goes to 56 armor, and it questions like why it should care about this fight. Do I just play Just Causes here to trigger Solgard? Throw like 3 Just Causes. I might wind up having to fly a unit up to intercept this Ravenous Zealot if Solgard's not triggering this turn. So I think he's not. 2 more plays gets me a Winged Steel draw. I think the better play here is we do this. Even if Solgard's not waking up, we do this. I probably need to be flying to Solgard early so that these plays make sense. So I find myself having to split the baby in order to get this man to wake up. Our sleepy, sleepy squid man. Okay. We can do some silly stuff now. Rising Rage. Rising Rage. Rising Rage. It does trigger here. We're not killing the Zealot with that. How comfortable am I with just taking damage? Heroic Dive. Now Solgard is awake. You flying up does not get rid of one of his reanimate stacks. Okay. I've misplayed this entire fight, but I'm gonna struggle through it. Thankfully, he was frostbitten, so he died immediately. Because, like, I'm gonna fly that unit down in a moment, but it's okay for now. You've got 49 armor, you'll be fine. I'm gonna play some Vengeful Shards for a moment. Okay, let's get all these guys to the top floor to party. Getting Solgard up there is the lowest priority because he's not one of the dancers. Of course, I discard the card that was going to let me discard one of these other shards. Deck top OP. I mean, I am drawing 7 cards per turn, which is a little helpful. But I've still screwed up this this fight very badly. Like, my Firebrand isn't even soloing. Isn't that crazy? How quickly is he dying? Do I need to silence anything here? Not really. I mean, Corrin doesn't get any stronger as it goes. It just is what it is. Yeah, we're only getting 1 attack turn. We're, like, killing part of 1 vicious axe thrower. But it's fine. We just scale the dancing floor. And then, play this. I'll play the Unnamed Tome because there's no other time I'm going to play the Unnamed Tome. And then Forgotten Power, I guess, kills the front 2 guys here. I'm going to kill you too. Corrin actually overstacked the first floor with their summon effect. Kinda crazy how many attacks that unit took. Whatever. Just cause, just cause, just cause. Flight. Playing a Titan's Gratitude is slightly better there. Oops. We appear to have won. I just gotta check how many times I can miss Crypt Builder with Forgotten Power, or Forgone Power? Whatever. I just gotta check how many times I can miss Crypt Builder. It seems to be a lot. Seems to be quite a lot. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna take another offering card like I don't learn. Imprisoned Zephyr is exactly something we wanted. We're looking for Intrinsic Imprisoned Zephyr if we can find it. How do we feel about the Empyrean Well? What does that do? It's possible we hit the infinite, but what are we going infinite on? Because, like, I mean, I guess we can go infinite off of a Just Cause with a build like this, which is Goof Troop. I think we can never go infinite on Pyre of Entropy. Like, there's no way. Yeah. We cannot go infinite with the number of Vengeful Shards that will be in our deck. I could find upgrades for the Crypt Builders to make them a little less sad, and we're looking for intrinsic Rising Rage to, like, fix our deck. So I think we go here because it's a Merchant of Magic. I don't think I could care less what these turn out to be. I think technically we go with the Xylophyte, but I know that we kind of let Kale pick up these units the way they are, and it's fine. Permafrost or Double Stack. If we Permafrost a Crypt Builder, then it only gets played when we discard it, which means it has to work. We're going to re-roll here, looking for Intrinsic. Didn't find it. We have Consume Removal that we could do on the Rail Spike, but I think it's kind of meh. We could Consume Remove or Spell Chain the Unnamed Tome, both of which are decently strong options to hit on that. So I think I'm going to Spell Chain the Tome. So there's some pretty, like, that's just pretty effective on some later stuff. And in terms of the spell chains I have, I think it's one of the better ones. I don't know if we maybe spell chain an offering card here to see if we can double hit it. That has not been working, but maybe it works better if we take spell chain, is the thing. I mean, I guess that same argument would be you can spell chain Forgone Power to discard more cards. I've never tried that, and I don't know if it's good. Generally, taking spell chain on your default cards is not very good, even if they're 0 cost. I'm actually going to try it. It might help me prime Solgard more easily. And if I'm doing that, maybe we double it. Are we ever doubling the Crypt Builder instead? I don't think so. I'm just going to try it like this, and yeah, I'm going to double the Forgone Power. So this is like getting a feel for Solgard, because I really don't know what to do with him right now. Okay. So I think the way we're setting up is we're going Firebrand at the bottom. Solgard does hang out at the middle. The Divine Dancer does fly in from the top. So those things I think are all correct. I need 1 unit to hang out with Solgard, and 1 unit to ascend into there. I think we take Size after Kale so that we can set up the Xylophyte without disrupting our Mega Floor plan. Okay, so the first thing we do is going to be fly this unit in, and now we play around dancing on the Solgard floor. So these guys just start stacking up. Let's see. Given a hand like this, I think we're playing the Rail Spike. Okay, we found Imprisoned Zephyr, big hit. We play the Rising Rage. My second Rising Rage target is one of these goons. I'm gonna Rising Rage you. No, Rising Rage you, because this is not the this is the Titan Skin Enchanter. And then we need to wake up Solgard. So I'm gonna play these out. Okay, moving on. Okay, I cannot dive into ascending, so I think we're just cause, Eagle Heart, we're gone. Okay, Solgard's awake now. Means I can play my cards more intelligently. Funny how that works. I'd like to silence them off of their haste. I don't know if I can. I might need to silence the boss. Just wanted to play that out and see if I hit Crypt Builder. It's like a no-go. Not sure how I'm dealing with the Malevolent Hunters here then. me see. Well, I've got a Rising Rage. If I could discard the Titan's Tooth, then these guys all die. So I think I'm just gonna assume I can get the Titan's Tooth discard, and we'll see how much that betrays me. Hey, we found it! Oh my goodness. That's crazy. That never happens. I want to drop the Calcified Ember. Alright, looks like we've got those guys killed. Want to shift. Oh, we're not killing the Fallen Executioner anymore, but that's okay. I would maybe like to get some Holy Stones in to help protect us from all the nonsense. Let me see. Do we ever Rising Rage up to the top floor here? I don't think so. This is 12 plus 12. Silophyte the top floor guarantees we kill something? No, Titan Skin stops us. Alright. You know, maybe we do Rising Rage out of this. Okay, so that definitively kills everything there. And I can buy another shift. Yeah, Forgone Power discarded my Forgone Power, I see. Okay, Quoto's not a serious threat, really. And I can finish relocating my floor here. We don't normally want to do this because it gets them out of the Imprisoned Zephyr, and that makes them weaker. Quoto has a resolve for Titan Skin. I would like to stop him from doing that, but I can't really stop him here, so it takes him too long to get through the Firebrand. Like, he's actually taking 1,000 damage from the Firebrand. Actually, given that he's taking 1,000 damage from the Firebrand, maybe we just kill him? Not quite. We didn't hit the Titan's Tooth. I don't know if the Titan's Tooth is the difference that would have done it. But I don't think it was far from it. I'm just gonna hardcast Crypt Builder you. That wins. We had a lot of options to finish that off. Very, very safe. Ancient Synergy is an interesting card that I still have not played around, but it gives me a Calcified Ember. I'm not sure if I want that right now, compared to just taking a Titan's Tooth, which is like kind of Solgard candy. I'm just going to play the Solgard candy. Punk Shredder. Punk Shredder is pretty great right now. We've got a lot of opportunities to sneak him into places where we need him. And we're good at stacking Valor, so he's a very, very meaningful unit. Is it the Pyre Remains or the Forgotten Boons? So, let's see. We can't always start on the Silophyte. We don't have great stuff to do with the Silophyte necessarily. I don't have a room on my bottom floor, so the Merchant of Arms is pretty good for that. There's also a lot of great equipment I can pull, so I think I'm going to take the left here. Let's see. Equalizing Rings is not one of the better things for me to grab. Oh, it technically sets the Silophyte up to 20 attack, which isn't terrible. I don't know if 90 gold is worthwhile for that, compared to some of the other stuff I could do. We want the Imprisoned Zephyr to be deployable. That's really strong. I'm actually going to hit a reroll. Okay, we got the Everlasting Light. That is always strong. Everlasting Light is particularly good on a sweep unit, like the Silophyte. We might want to set the Imprisoned Zephyr on the top floor, because that's always going to be an ascend target floor. So, I mean, there's a lot of cases where we cannot ascend to second floor, but we can ascend to top floor. It's a bit of a bet. I think it's a bet that I'm willing to play out. What do we get for our event? Ooh, Red Crown. Okay. This gets us a free equipment on somebody. It also technically makes them endless, but it's usually not important. I think I want to take it on my Firebrand just because it's third upgrade. The fact that it makes them endless doesn't matter very much, but I think there's a lot of equipment that goes turbo with dualism in a pretty good way. So we'll see what this does. Followers actually have a lot of scaling potential with Death's Dancer. So we'll see what happens with that too. Alright, what do we got? I'm gonna do the Firebrand on the bottom. Yeah, you got a quick dagger. That doesn't matter too much. The only miss for this is sometimes it'll give us glass cannon, but it also gives endless, so it's not the end of the world if that happens. I'm gonna do this. We'll set Solgard. Set Death's Dancer. Divine Dancer, Battle Dancer, Silophyte. I think this is the way I want to set up the cars. It lets me set up the Silophyte immediately. Get this here. Fly you up here. Start getting the armor gain immediately. Just cause. We're giving up on the Calcified Ember for now. If the Calcified Ember stays in the deck, it's not that bad. And now we start trying to wake up Solgard. Oops. Hey, we hit a Titan's Tooth. Everlasting Light plus Sweep is hilarious. We're not taking care of Vampiric Cherubs, so we're getting enemies in that are going to be swinging for, like, inordinately high amounts of damage. I'm going to take Silence on Kale here. Alright. Followers, I want to try to sync up with Ascension effects. Let me see. I don't think I want to play Heroic Dive here. I think we're gonna Rail Spike. Okay, we got a Just Cause. This wakes up Solgard. Cool. Yeah, that's fine. Discard that into nobody. I mean, I let that happen. This is how we, you know, take some power over the situation. I wanted that to happen. I'm gonna play a follower down here because he's gonna pick up Valor from the Everlasting Light. It's gonna make him a decent attacker. So yeah, he picks up like 6 Valor that turn. He's already in a good spot. I need this Divine Dancer to not get killed. I think Eagleheart fixes the problem. Yeah, we're looking good. After that, it's probably just Cause. Yeah. Bottom floor is fine. So we just dance around. We don't get a Punk Shredder play here, unfortunately. Discard our Vengeful Shards. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, the Punk Shredder as well, we're looking to get an Ascend to go with him. Holdover Rising Rage would be really good. Well, there's a Rising Rage that we can play with our follower. So we're up to 5 units in the top. 6 units in the top, but the Spear Steward's gonna die. That's fine. We don't really need him. And now the Spear Steward's not gonna die. Totally fair. Actually, also, these followers are decent holders for Everlasting Light as well. Very funny. We got the Punk Shredder with the Rising Rage. And I'm pretty sure we can fly the Divine Dancer back up the tank. Let's see if we need to. Maybe we don't need to do that because we just cause our way all the way to the bank. I was thinking of doing like a heroic dive thing, but I guess there's not really a need to do that. Well, we're losing a Spear Steward. I don't think I care. Is there another unit that we optimize better than the Spear Steward? No, we should keep the Spear Steward then. Just fly him to the front of the room and we're fine. Hey, Frixum. It's pretty late. You must have had to work for a while. You did come into a pretty hilarious run. We're in a really good spot. I'm gonna get rid of the Calcified Ember here, and then just, like, do whatever I want. Oh no, it made us discard the extra, like, thing we had. Are we killing the boss yet? No. Alright. I mean, I'm gonna heroic dive this unit so that I can, like, fly it back up. Which triggers everybody's shifts twice. Ah, gotcha, gotcha. That makes more sense. I was concerned if you're working that late. That's quite something. Look at all those numbers gained on that floor. It's silly. Even the villagers attacking, like, for 150 damage. Yeah, we're killing Kale, no problem. So let me just play out Vengeful Shards and call it. Thunk. Yeah, Revenge Boy on the bottom floor is kind of disgusting. Oh, okay, you had Overnight Contractors. Ooh, we can take a Blood-Soaked Arena. Blood-Soaked Arena is a nicely unfair card, if we want more Valor. Of course, Siren Song is also a very unfair card. I think I'm going to take the Blood-Soaked Arena. Let me see. Yeah, because I'm not struggling to kill. And I think this gets more payoff if we're good at killing. We almost definitely don't need Heaven's Light, so it's between Hell's Flame and Limbo's Solace. I think I'm gonna... oh, wait, we don't take Limbo's Solace with Pyre of Entropy. We take Hell's Flame. It's just easy. Till 4 a.m. Oh, wow. When are they starting the shift? I guess they're starting the shift really late? I mean, I hope that if they're there till 4 a.m., then they're taking a night shift and they're not, like, working a day shift and then staying till 4 a.m. Do I want a Merchant of Arms here? I can make the Everlasting Light deployable, and it should be really strong. So I've got 8 deploying energy. Okay, yeah, he starts at 9:30 and sticks around until 4. That's pretty reasonable, then. Yeah, I guess, well, I mean, I guess 11 at night until 6 in the morning. I suppose that's just, like, a 7-hour shift, so that's not even too bad, necessarily. Except for, like, boredom. If I go this way, I'm definitely duplicating an Everlasting Light. That's pretty strong. Everlasting Lights on villagers is very good. And then over here I hit the Merchant of Magic, and I might get that Intrinsic I've been looking for. Yeah. Oh, it's gonna be boring for sure. I think I'm doing the holdover Rising Rage play. Because I can Emberstone it. And that makes a few of our things smoother. Double stacking Unnamed Tome will make the late game very easy. I don't have much to do with this. We're just going to upgrade another Crypt Builder. Do I reroll here? I don't think so. I think I saved the money. Duplication is going to hit Everlasting Light. And this is funny. It's going to take 15 shard stacks, but our champion is a 250, 250. So the mechanic for Solgard is weird. Basically, Solgard always has incant, but his incant does different stuff based on how you upgrade him. This version of Solgard is not a real unit on the board until he has incanted 15 times, at which point he becomes real. Very goof troop. I don't usually want to deal with these guys, this Mark of Invasion, but I might actually be able to. So this is like 50 or 60 damage pressure on round 1, but the Divine Dancer might be good for it. So we get the Divine Dancer out. We didn't hit the Intrinsic. This is a definite risk. Hey, it's just a funky little guy. Yeah, I feel like if I click this, I might wind up losing the run. Because I might wind up getting units killed. And then if I don't have my full floor, Rax definitely bowls me over. Because he's going to be coming up with, like, multi-strike yes. I mean, I'm going to try to silence him, but we'll see what happens with that. Yeah, I think I have to not take that. It's just a little hard for me to control. Firebrand... Oh, Firebrand took Organ Harvester this time. Okay. They're in a mood. They'll hang out with the Silophyte per the usual. And then he'll hang out with the Death's Dancer, Divine Dancer, Battle Dancer. Okay, I did hit the Rising Rage holdover. Which lets me do this into this. But that's only like 34 effective health. And after this Just Cause, it's still like 24. Yeah, if I had to deal with enemies out here, I'd be dying. Bring these guys in. Forgone. 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 Got up to 5 shards. Yeah, we would not be prepared in time. Meanwhile, down here, that's working fine. Okay, cool. Gonna Windblade to the Death's Dancer. Blech. Couldn't talk for a moment there. Gonna do this. And now we just keep these guys dancing. Everlasting Light goes on the Sweeper. We use Eagle Heart to dance. Okay. I do need to make sure I don't accidentally discard the Unnamed Tome at the wrong time, which is a little quirky. Because I'm pretty sure I need the Unnamed Tome for Rax. So we'll see what we can do. Pretty sure I send the Collector up top. We're killing everything but the Deformed Duo up here. We still need to dance about 3 more times to make Rax, to make Solgard come to life. I think I manually cast these, because I can't trust that we get rid of them. Rail Spike. Just Cause. Even the Punk Shredder at the front lives. That's funny. Solgard wakes up in 3 more casts. That'll do it. And now we kill this row. Sweet. We'll do this. More triggers. We are getting hit by some Discordant Heretics, because we're not killing. We'd be in a better spot if the Cleophyte had a multi-strike upgrade. But we don't have that. Blood soak that, do this. I'm gonna Rising Rage this guy, because it spares me the bullshit he was gonna put in my deck. And I'll just take one. Okay, we're dancing. We're not killing on the bottom floor yet, but the bottom floor is scaling up. They're doing more and more damage as we go. This Discordant Heretic is getting killed because we've scaled enough on sweep, which means we now trigger Blood-Soaked Arena on the Silophyte. For the Silophyte's 3 slays, going to provide it with 18 additional Valor, and it's going to keep ramping up. Gonna drop a follower, Rising Rage him up over here. We're gonna Rising Rage our unit over here. Even the Punk Shredder's a tank with a Divine Dancer and a Death Dancer. I would love to play these Forgotten Powers, but I don't want to lose my Tome. I think losing the Tome causes problems. We're doing a pretty good job down here. We're doing fine up here too. Let's see, we can Rising Rage an extra unit into the mix. I don't need to use the flight, so I'm not gonna. I think when you take the red crown and then you also... Oh! Rax is dead. I did not think we were going to first floor Rax the Everblessed. I guess this stuff is just kind of strong. Yeah, you could probably pull that off. Alright, there's nothing else we really need to play, right? I think we're good. Yeah. I guess these guys have got it done, because they're just gonna build up enough Valor to win, eh? When you take the red crown and then you also make the villagers do stuff, it gets pretty crazy pretty fast. Yeah, we definitely take the Guardian's Amulet for Solgard. Cursed Twin Blade. Yeah, this is really strong. Be Gone is also pretty decent sometimes, but... Let's see, do we need the Unstable Vortex? I don't think so. Even like, the odd Spear Steward we're putting to work. I don't need the Pyre Remains, but the Merchant of Steel's pretty strong, I think. We can't upgrade the Firebrand anymore, but if I get, like, Multi-Strike on the Silophyte, or Quick on the Multi-Strike more than Quick, actually. But Multi-Strike is very good there. We might wind up hitting the Silophyte with, Oh no, we're putting an Everlasting Light on the Silophyte, so we can't put Cursed Twin Blade on them in a good way. The counter-argument is the Forgotten Boons lets me dig deeper on the Merchant of Trinkets, and the Merchant of Trinkets is kind of good, because I've only got, like, friggin' 1 or 2 things here. What would we duplicate? Would we duplicate another Everlasting Light? We have another Empty-Handed Follower, so yes. We would duplicate the Everlasting Light again. Because Everlasting Light is one of those cards that's just kind of disgustingly incredibly good. It's very strong when you're stacking floors, it's very strong when you're sweeping, it's very strong when you're multi-attacking. It is a good card when you are doing good things. And I am doing good things. I'm gonna go left. I think the Merchant of Steel is the greedier, cooler play. Let's see. Villagers with Google Eyes are pretty cursed. I don't think we're really taking any of these. I don't think any of these really, like, give me the warm fuzzies or help me out that much. Now, Split Anvil. Split Anvil, you say? I think that does a couple cool things. Because it gives us a couple different hands where we can hardcast something like a Titan's Tooth or a Crypt Builder, and then go into a bunch of free Just Causes. So I think I'll take that. We cannot reroll into anything else. So we're just looking at some odd upgrades that maybe we bring in. And I think maybe I bring in like a Heartstone on the Punk Shredder for safety. Let me see. What else? Maybe we bring in like a Bravestone for damage or something. I think I can get away with large stoning the Battle Dancer because we're playing the Battle Dancer alongside the Divine Dancer on the second floor. For that matter, I could large stone the Divine Dancer, but one of these two I can safely large stone. We play Solgard with the Death's Dancer, then the Battle Dancer, Divine Dancer, the floor down. So one of those three units I can safely large stone. Like, it doesn't really matter which one. Maybe we large stone the Divine Dancer and then copy it. That actually gets a little awkward to play, doesn't it? Because I can't really deploy that many units with that size. But it's probably good though, right? Big Villager is always an option. We have played Big Villager before to great effect. Oh, we have the leftover value to Bravestone a Villager. Valor 8 on a multi-striker is kind of neat. Alright, let's see. It is pretty cursed. So it's between duplicating the Divine Dancer or an Everlasting Light. I think it can go either way on this. Like, both of those are good. I'm going to duplicate the Everlasting Light, because I think Villagers with Everlasting Lights is adorable and hilarious, and, like, way too powerful for what it is. We have a 51 card pile. That is a little absurd, but the more absurd thing is that it's working. Also, we got Lava Armor on the Firebrand. That's pretty good, actually. We got our holdover Rising Rage immediately, as well as our Mute Tome immediately. So that's pretty great. We're gonna Rising Rage you. Play my Bravestone follower down here. And my other follower over here, which I will also Rising Rage immediately. And then we will fly this guy up where he can tank. We play a Spear Steward. Let's see, 35 damage. The only one who can really take that is the Divine Dancer, right? Yeah, so I can't willy-nilly just cause somebody in front of the Divine Dancer. But I can just cause the Divine Dancer itself. I think I need to wake up Solgard before I worry about playing the Cursed Twin Blade. Yeah, let's do it that way. I mean, we do have a lot of multi-strike. When you have multi-striking villagers, double tentacle slap. It's not wrong. Yeah, we discard the discard card. That is always how that works. That does not happen any other way. And like, this nerd down here, if they don't die in the first round, they just don't tend to die. Everlasting Light, Everlasting Light, Everlasting Light. It has been equipped, so it shall be. We don't have our holdover Rising Rage to help us play the Punk Shredder. And I don't have Flight to help me fly back up after a heroic dive. I'm gonna put the Windblade on the Death's Dancer for attack scaling. And I think I play the Spear Steward because I have no regard for the lives of Spear Stewards. And then we keep slowly waking up Solgard. Our deck is not great at waking up Solgard, but this version of Solgard is like the least important to have them online. Firebrand is under threat of death because they were silenced last round and it prevented them from scaling up. So that is kind of a thing. Let me see. I think if I Eagle Heart on the sweep, we probably kill enough stuff that we get out of it. Although the Enthralled Ardent is a bit annoying. Because they're gonna scale guys up. Let me see if that works. Let me just check it. Oh, it applies Valor 5, then it attacks? Well, maybe that's fine. Okay, now he's under threat of death. So, if I advance you now, are you fine? No. Well, that's really annoying. How do we deal with this? If I could guarantee that the Guardian's Amulet was going to do work for me, that would be fine, we would be good. Can I fly the Divine Dancer down to soak the hits? This is 69. Nice. Health. So we've got 29 plus 35. Well, if we rise the Firebrand out, the Icy Silophyte dies. That's not ideal. Naturally. Oh, shit, you're right, he Endless. What am I doing? I forgot. I forgot that he comes back. You right. I don't want to play into the Chosen Ardent here, so I think we just cause here. Forgotten Power. Damn, I'm missing scaling making plays like that, forgetting that my units are endless. Move him to the front. We beat down everything here. We lose a meaningless Spear Steward, and then we just replay the endless guy. Oh no! New Firebrand. Well, new Firebrand also dies, but whatever. Well, this is annoying, but I think it's fine. I want to get my casts in for Solgard, but the Ardent is a bummer. Wait, he doesn't have to be. We'll just move him out of the way. I'm still silenced, but I can still get my shards. I need 15 shards. Clearly, Crypt Builder was not in the mood to be cast today. And we're losing the Villager because of the quirkiness of what we did. I'm going to live with that, because I made that mistake. Oh wait, I don't have to live with that. Because I have Flight. There we go. I had to kill the Silence guy so I could get my Flight back. Friggin' Silence nerds. Silophyte is already surviving this, so I could just play the Firebrand behind them. Which gives the Firebrand a little bit of time. Firebrand didn't get his Summon Equip trigger because of the Deafening Herald. Deafening Heralds are annoying as hell. We can get the Punk Shredder online here. I just have to give 5 attack to everybody, which apparently we can do, because I guess the Silophyte just, like, solos the lane now. That is all good. Right, I'm forgetting about split anvil plays. I need to actually use the I need to use the relics that I purchased. Kind of a big deal. Who wants a cursed twin blade? I think it's strongest on Solgard. With his, like, 300 stupid attack. Rising Rage him again. I like that play. It's funny. Do I want to get rid of the Calcified Ember here? Or do I want to just Rail Spike? I'm just going to Rail Spike. I like free cards. They're cool. There are like so many overpowered things we're doing this run that I can't pin down just one thing that is making us win. Because I've entered the realm of playing cards for fun instead of worrying about whether or not we're winning. Oh, if one of these cards gets played on offering, it triggers Split Anvil. That's funny as hell. We have like a 200 attack sweeping Silophyte. It has Valor 193. This is gross. We're killing Eternus on the bottom floor. He's still muted. He doesn't even have his bullshit ready. He's not giving us SAP 10 yet because he's too muted from a card that we played 7 turns ago. We get rid of the Calcified Ember, I guess. We're getting Valor off the Everlasting Lights, but for the sweep unit, the Blood-Soaked Arena is hugely important. Because the sweep unit's getting slays so regularly, that's why he picks up Valor so fast. We just kind of get to a critical mass point, and it's crazy. If I remember correctly, our sweeping is not quick. So we might be vulnerable to Chosen Assassins here. We'll see how it goes. I think we just outscale the shit out of the Titans fight. Like, I think it's kind of nutty. We got Lava Armor again. Cool. I am cool with Lava Armor. Death's Dancer, Battle Dancer, Divine Dancer. First hand does not have a Rising Rage this time. What does that mean for us? So, Divine Dancer probably flies up here, but Battle Dancer, I think, is in trouble. Bunk Shredder can take up to 1 hit from Entropy. No, he can't. Because Dominion will kill him. If I play a Just Cause here, it does not give the Battle Dancer enough armor to survive. So what we do is probably fly away, play a Spear Steward, and then do some other cards about it. Firebrand is dying. That costs me energy. Yeah, we're definitely doing some Spear Steward blocker stuff here. I need to do that for sure. I think I need to play this. I would like the Just Cause here. That puts the Death's Dancer to a little over 20, but they get killed by Corruption. So I need to wait for a moment before I do that. And down here, of course, this is just kind of annoying because we don't have Titan Skin, so we're going to lose some... what's it called? We're going to lose energy next turn because we're going to have to replay him, but we're on 5 energy per turn, so it's not the end of the world. That's cool. With Eagleheart, I can actually dance these guys a little bit. Play those. We got 6 shards in turn 1 out of our 15 to make him a unit. Endless Boy rides again. Blood-Soaked Arena should fix the Xylophyte into winning the rest of the run, basically. Everlasting Light will go there harder. We definitely want to play the Rising Rage. I'm going to bring out the Follower so they can pick up some residual Valor. Playing the Rising Rage. The Battle Dancer doesn't die. That's good. We can't get any value out of the Awoken's Rail Spike here. The unit that I most want to silence is this guy down here. See, this is not quick. I'm wondering if I silence these guys out of their corruption effect, does the Firebrand actually die? So let's check. It does. Okay, well, things happen. That's fine. 10 turns of no Curse of Entropy probably is more valuable for us than the other things we could have done. Okay, we have the Chosen Assassin back here, like an asshole. I don't have a way of outing the Chosen Assassin either. I'm probably playing the Firebrand again, even though the Firebrand is certainly going to die. Do I want to play it over here instead? Because maybe the Xylophyte starts soloing the floor more and more as we go. Well, he's not soloing this floor. His Entropy is still kicking his ass. This is 6, 11 damage, plus 20. It barely kills him. I guess it's my fault for not doing the math before I play him. Yeah, the 20 damage from Entropy is always difficult for a unit to survive at this point in the game. I have difficulty playing the Everlasting Light if I can't get the Follower to live. I have another Follower coming up in the deck at some point. We've already played our Winged Steel this round. I think I might Everlasting Light one of these guys instead in this case. Just to make sure it's up and running. Okay, Solgard's awake in 2 more spells. Our top floor is reaching critical mass. The Xylophyte is very strong right now. We've got about 40 damage coming in from Savagery. Firebrand can start stockpiling power in the back line here. Let's see. I think we do this. I can fly to the front of the lane if I need to in a moment. And Heroic Dive gives me another good play on that. Solgard's awake. I'm gonna fly down there, get a free kill, come back up here, block. I don't know if I need to play the Curses of Entropy or not. I'll definitely play that. What am I feeling about this? I can play at least one of them. Yeah, banished units can just go crazy. I mean, the like stapling flight onto any banished shift unit is also just godlike. Let me just, okay, so I can't play the second one because it prevents me from killing the chosen supplicant, and I want everything dead. Leaking a unit probably causes me to take more damage than that's worth. But we'll do the rest of the plays the same. I was about to say, like, where's my heroic dive? I had heroic dive. I drew heroic dive off of the thingamajig. Okay, that's what we want to do. Yeah, the banished card pool is nuts. Because most of the crazy stuff I'm doing here is fueled from the banished card pool. Okay, we get the follower online and in the mix. Let me see. If I don't kill the chosen assassin on quick or the crypt builder, I think I lose the follower, but maybe not if I get enough shifts in. Damn. Just got no guarantees on this. Alright. I'm not going to draw another shift card. So I think this follower cannot live either. Just having a difficult time getting either of these guys to set up in this fight. Crypt Builder does not want to be played. But yeah, Valor is a wild mechanic. Because it's damage and tank. And the fact there are so many effects that give Valor to, like, your entire row, you get big amounts of Valor on Slay with this Blood-Soaked Arena. The ways of getting Valor are very, very efficient. Ooh, we do not want you dead. What's the damage pressure here? It's 70? We have a number of units here who can take 70 damage, so that's fine. Windblade you. Just Cause. I think we just need to end with Solgard up front. Yeah. This is fine. How are we doing down here again? It's okay. It's not great to look at. I am not pleased. I mean, having this Ascend advance is not great, right? There's nothing super good we can do with it. Oh, I can actually shift the Divine Dancer and then fly them back. Come on, come on. Sometimes it doesn't want to click correctly. I am really not getting to play with this rail spike, and that's maybe a little lame. Okay, the Silophyte is still tanking successfully. They're only at 84 Valor. It's a lot less than they were at the end of last fight. Theoretically, like, Rising Raging the Silophyte to allow it to get these slays, well, it doesn't really help, because they'd be outside of the Blood-Soaked Arena, so whatever. I want to bring in the Punk Shredder, but I've only got one movement skill. So if I bring in the Punk Shredder, they get the Valor from the one shift, and I think they kind of get punked, funnily enough. Unfortunately enough. So they're just not going to come in with enough armor if I only have one card to move them. But I can bring one of these enemies up and maybe take some heat off. I could also just bring up the Spear Steward. Does that help me? I think if I'm bringing up a unit to die, it really doesn't help very much. How about the Punk Shredder down here? I mean, he can just sit down here until I have a double rise turn, where I have, like, multiple Rising Rage effects. And I think that turns out pretty good. I want to play this for the holdover, so I'm going to play it on something that has a good amount of health, because I know we can kill anything we bring up there. I want to play the Pyrelight. Let me see. If I Titan's Tooth, I get a couple other things for free, and Titan Tooth actually outs this lane pretty cleanly. Trample Sweep. Yeah, Trample Sweep is junk. It's hilarious how it works. Yeah, cool. Keep me with the Vengeful Shards. I want to have those in my hand for sure. We've got 7 spell weakness on this floor. All right. Let me see. I think we're just gonna let that floor do the damage it's gonna do, and that's fine. This guy is sweeping us, but that's okay. It's not too bad. Actually, we have no revenge on this floor, so we probably just hardcast Guardian's Amulet and then move on with the turn. Because that sap is pretty effective. He's multi-strike 3 right now. Let me see. I can't Rising Rage anything through here because of that. If I Rising Rage the Rage Wing, do I have a way of getting rid of him? Yes, I do, because I can Foregone Power him. Then I don't have to take the sweep effect. Now he's gone. I'm going to start pestering Dominion. Obviously that would happen. That was one of the 5 cards in my hand that I did not want to discard. The only one of the 5 that I really didn't want to discard. Okay. Once again, we don't have a super great Rising Rage play. So I guess we're just Rising Raging on the same floor. We are zeroing out Savagery this turn. So that's nice. Yeah, I'm just going to play my shifts. Pretty normal turn. I don't get to do much with the Spear Steward. I'm keeping him as a pipe dream in case I eventually hit a configuration that lets me sneak him into the top floor. Which I only barely didn't have this turn. I do need to fly to intercept here. Because the other unit was going to die. It's funny that my armor generation is only just keeping up. Yeah, so we'll Pyrelight here. Double Foregone. Didn't hit the Titan's Tooth, that's okay. We often don't. I think we're on track to win this next turn. How's it looking? Well, the Silophyte's in danger here, which means we probably just move up the Firebrand, right? What if we Rising Rage the Silophyte? And the rest of the floor probably dies if we do, right? But the Silophyte doesn't die from the heat on this floor. Yeah, we lose our first floor sweep. Entropy is the one to kill. That's where we're short. Let's see. The damage pressure here is about 90 damage, so we can't risk the Divine Dancer sitting in front, which means we have to just cause this unit. Let's see. I want to hardcast one of these guys, or can I just go for my Forgone Powers? I need to get my Pyrelight in. Found a Titan's Tooth. Okay. I think what we want to do here... Oh, you know the better play? Actually, what I should have done, and I'm not going to rewind this because I don't need to, If I had Awoken's Rail Spiked for 4, it would have set all my 3-cost cards down to free, and that would be pretty hilarious. I'm gonna lose the Punk Shredder, but it's fine. Which floor do I need to focus on killing? Let me try and push more damage on this floor. Why does it always Forgone Power my Forgone Power when I have a hand like this? It's kind of disgusting. Awoken's Rail Spike probably gives me more Forgone Powers to work with. Thank you. We can also just cause this unit. He doesn't die. Okay, there we go. We're not pushing much more damage on entropy, but we got a little better scaling. Good lord. Okay, so we're abandoning the first floor now, which is dicey. But it looks like we've killed. Yeah, looks like we got it. Looks like we made it. Get out of here, I don't want to see you. I could also, like, Rising the Silophyte, but it doesn't matter. So we lived kind of comfortably out to wave 11, which is longer than usual. Like, usually if you're not killing by 9 or 10, you're in trouble. We were kind of starting to have a collapse because the pressure from the pressure from Savagery was starting to be too much. But we had so many ways of dealing with all of our problems there. We had, like, scaling absolutely absurdly beyond what we might need. Just wild and crazy, go to town stuff. And most of that was just banished. The only stuff we gained that was not banished related was we technically had a sweep unit. And I did forget to document my 53rd win because this was my 54th. Okay. We're almost at the 1/3 of the way marker. That's a mastery for Solgard. This is our first Solgard game.